Watch it.
on what platform. But you should see a little red button pop up on your screen, and you know what that means, right? That means we are live. What is up, everyone? How you guys doing today? Yes, yes. Listen, I know. I've been hard at it, pumping them out left and right, right. But it's an honor to do it, and I do it just for all you guys, right? And I love every single one of you guys. So yes, but listen, today's a very special one. Uh, I can't wait to get into this one. I've been excited about this. So Victoria Manley, welcome to Pin to Gas. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, listen, it's an honor to have you on. This is awesome. So I can't wait to get into it. So tell us where you grew up and how you got into motorcycles.
Okay, so I was born in a super small town in upstate New York. It's about an hour above Albany, which is the capital, and it's called Hudson Falls. And I was raised there for about 10 years. And then me and my parents, they just kind of like slowly started moving south. Like I've lived in North Carolina, Shelby, North Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina. I live in Georgia now, and now my parents live in Florida. So we've been all over the place. And I never really had much exposure to motorcycles, growing up and all that stuff, except for my dad. He rode the cruisers. He has a Victory right now. And, I would backpack with him and all that stuff, just cruising around, bebopping around town. But I didn't start getting into sports bikes until I was older. I think I was like 17 or 18, and I was in the car with my mom one day when we were still living here in Georgia. And I seen this guy on a sports bike, and he was like just dancing to his music at a red light, and I was like, that looks fun, yeah. He was like, he's having fun, he's turned up. So I was like, okay, mom. I was like, I know we're supposed to be going to the store. I'm driving. We're going to the motorcycle dealership. And she was like, what? Like you don't you don't know, you don't have anything to do with motorcycles except for your dad. And so I went and I picked out a 400 and I started the paperwork and I told my dad, sorry, dad. And he was like, what? He was not happy about his daughter getting on a sports bike, but I did it anyways. So sorry, dad.
Sorry, pops. Sorry, but not sorry, dad. Right? Yeah. So
Yeah, a little bit.
so listen, dude. We're gonna have, dude. My man Northeast Jules is gonna join us. Hang
Okay.
on, dude. This is gonna be awesome. Hang on, I'm gonna send him the link. But listen, my story's kind of similar, right? My mom was like, no motorcycles, even though my dad rode and took me riding all the time and all that good stuff. But for some reason, she didn't want me to have my own. But fortunate for me that everywhere that I moved to, because I grew up in the Navy, my dad was a fighter pilot, so every place I moved to, I always sought out the kids with the motorcycles if they had
Yeah.
one, right? I'm like, I'm being friends with this guy right here, right? And then, yeah, and that's how I grew up riding that way, right? And then when I turned 16, of course, it's time to buy a car. Bought me a motorcycle, right? It was funny because my mom's like, "What are you gonna do if it rains?" I'm like, "I'm gonna get wet, right?" What is up, baby? How you
Hey.
doing?
Yo, I'm at work right now. I just wanted to stop by and say what's up to the pod.
What is up, brother?
Yo,
How
Victoria, what's good?
how's
What's
work?
up?
Talking smack about me already? I heard my name.
No smack talk from me.
Oh, snap. But no, I just want to stop by and say hi to you guys. Wish I could be here for the whole pod, but your boys
We
got duties. Look
I
at
know that's right. Yeah, looking good. How's work, bro?
that. Work has been dope. Kind of crazy, but as you can hear, screaming kids.
I hear you.
So
I hear him.
yeah, little weekend gig. Little weekend gig.
It sounds like I need to come out there and play and have some fun, huh, Victoria?
Yo, and any one of the Pin the Gas fam, come to New York and I'll get you guys in for free.
There it is. Y'all heard it first. That's
Word.
awesome.
Word. But all right, yo, I'm gonna listen to you guys in a bit. I'm gonna let y'all rock. All right.
All right, buddy.
Have a nice day
Appreciate
at
it.
work.
Vicky,
You.
I'll see you. I'll talk to you guys. I'll message you, Vic.
Bye.
All right, bye. See you.
All right, dude. How awesome was that, man? Yeah. So, listen, I was just telling everybody, Victoria, the story. I don't know if I ever really fully told it on the podcast, but how all this actually happened. But I'll tell that at the end. So yeah, it's good stuff. So Victoria, sorry, continue. I was saying, um, yeah, that's how I grew up. And then, like I said, my mom said, I said, I'm gonna get wet. What are you gonna do? It's cold. I'm gonna dress up like the Michelin Man, right? I mean, uh, for the love for the sport, once you fall in love with motorcycles, it's you can't just can't turn it off, right? And you'll do anything to feel that feeling because it's unlike any feeling in the world.
It's really, I mean, that bike, I don't regret buying it at all, not a single bit.
And what bike was it? Tell everybody what bike was it you bought.
So I got me a little Ninja 400. Yeah, I don't know. I just did a bunch of research and all that stuff. It was never really like a choice between bikes. I mean, once I figured out what the Ninja 400 was, besides just a bike, I really looked into the specs and all that stuff. And in my size, I'm small. I'm 5'3", 125 pounds soaking wet. So I was like, this
Right.
is a good bike, and worst comes to worst, I'll just keep it for a starter bike. But I mean, once I started riding it, just even on the street, because I had my bike for almost a year before I was introduced to the track. And I mean, it's just a great bike overall, very forgiving.
Yeah, they're great bikes. It's the perfect bike even for somebody that is in the fast class, right? Or an
Oh,
expert. Dude, you can learn so much on a 400. They're amazing machines that they are. It's good stuff, man. So, you bought your first motorcycle, you started riding it around. So how did you actually end up at the track?
so I didn't know much when I bought my bike and all that stuff. I just wanted to kind of, teach myself and have my dad help me. But I started, getting the hang of it, and I was just riding around, and I started riding around with like a group and all that stuff. And once I felt comfortable, being around other bikes and experiencing other people, I was like, going on more rides and group rides. And I was like, this is getting dangerous, like in riding on the street, some people like, who riding these cars and stuff, they don't really respect or understand how to drive around bikers. So me and my boyfriend Andrew, we were kind of thinking and thinking, and he was like, I really want to go back to the track, which he had been to the track one time in his life before, and that was at Cali, like 3 or 4 years ago, on a completely different bike he had. So he was like, I want to try it. I have the ZX9 now. You're riding a bike too. Why don't we try just going to the track? And we went to Roebling, and that was like that was the scariest track day of my life.
Was it?
It was just because of the situation. The track day, it was really packed. Novice was like 50 deep, and they were all 600s. There was me, and I think there was one R3. So
What an experience to be out there on your first and then people just blasting by. You're like, oh my God, right? Yeah, it's
it was, I mean, it was crazy. I would keep it out, I'm doing good through the corners and all that stuff. It's my first track day. I'm no Rossi. I probably look pretty rough, but I was surviving. That's what was important. I was surviving, and the bike was upright, and I was going through the corners, and as soon as I hit the straightaway, it's I'm like, oh my goodness.
oh man. Yeah, I remember everybody remembers their first track day, right? It's nothing's like it in the world. You're like, yes, yes, I can't wait. I'm go out there. Of course I had some friends with me, so we're talking mad shit, right? I'm gonna beat you, blah, 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 blah. Cause I didn't push it like they did on the street, right? Them fools are out there just doing whatever. And I'm like, y'all goofy. And they're like, oh, Simcoe, you slow, this and that. And of course, I was the faster one at the track, right? Than they were. So at the end, I was like, yeah, who's slow now? Bitches.
Yeah, really.
Right. Yeah, it's I'll never forget it. It's so fun. So after your first track day, when did you go back to the track, and what track did you go to?
I did. So that was November of 2022. So I think it was really quickly after, the next couple of months. Jeff Servant actually was reaching out to me and Andrew, and he was convincing me and Andrew to come to Jennings. And so me and Andrew like, okay, I need a redo from Roebling, because I got swarmed at Roebling, and he was like, maybe a smaller track would be better for you for like your first couple of times on the track. So we went to Jennings, and we got to meet Jeff Servin, and that like changed my perspective, because after Roebling, I almost did not go back to the track. I was like, ooh, that was a little scary. So
Right.
going to Jennings, and then getting to meet finally, like meet people, and talk with Jeff, and talk with his friends, and get to experience a more slowed down setting for my first couple of times being out there at Jennings and all that stuff. Novice, with it being smaller too, it's not 50 people there. It was fun. I really, I felt like that was the first track day where I got to like really connect with my bike, and get comfortable with being in the corners, picking up speed, and learning how to brake and push myself comfortably and safely.
Yeah, that's yeah, you got to crawl before you can walk, right? And it's always a good thing to get comfortable that's what and with comfort comes speed, right? And to be smooth, it's awesome, man. I love to hear people when they go to the track and then they go back and they just have so much fun, and that's all they want to do is keep going back, and then they ride less on the street, right? Um, yeah, for sure. So, do you still ride on the street?
No,
No,
I grew to love my bike very quickly, and that weekend at Jennings, actually, that first weekend there, Kayla Yakoff was there, and I got to meet her, and like I look up to her so much because she's a young woman like me, even younger, and she is achieving amazing goals. So I got to meet her and I got to watch her ride, and I asked her to sign my bike. So she signed my bike, and it just became more sentimental to me as I kept
right.
going to track days. So I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna keep it.
At least if you do sell it, you can take the. What part did she sign?
She signed I think it was the front right fairing. So I'm keeping the fairings on that
Yeah,
bike.
sell the
For sure.
bike, keep the fairing. There you go. Right, that's awesome. Yeah, Kayla is man, the super sport class this year is stacked. Right,
I'm
Kayla,
so excited.
PJ. It's
Very.
the absolutely the best stat class there is in Moto America this year. Dude, Eli Colby says, "What is up, Eli? Do you know Eli Colby?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, dude, he is proper. I
Yeah.
love him. He actually that's his leather suit right here,
Yeah.
hanging
I
up
was
right behind me. Yeah, Eli's awesome. He gave that to me, and it's
awesome.
yeah, good stuff. But he says, I get in trouble at track days way too much. Absolutely, I could see that, Eli, for sure. And then Daryl Powell. What is up, Daryl? He says, always learn to walk first. Running comes easy. Trust me on that one. It's a
Yes,
fact.
agreed.
Trust me, he knows a thing or two for sure. He's Daryl's awesome. Um, so yeah, so after that, are you gonna you did how many track days have you done so far?
Oh my goodness. I've probably done like 15, 20, something like that.
Nice.
We've done a lot. I mean, and Jennings is only 2 hours away from us. Roebling's only 2 hours away from us. Road Atlanta's only 2 hours away from us. So is
Lucky,
Atlanta Motorsports Park. So I mean, we have all these
right?
options, and we're just going to the track as much as we could last year, just to try to get as much as experience possible to kind of prepare us for this year. So it was
That's
fun.
and listen, of course, we got Andrew Davis. My girl looks amazing.
Thank you.
That's awesome, Andrew. And then LJ Marie, go best friend.
Yay! Thank you guys for your support. It means the world to me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Yeah, that's good stuff. So are you at the point to where you're kicking Andrew's butt yet?
Okay, he won't admit it. He won't admit it, but yes, I am. I don't care what you comment. I'm getting close. I definitely think I'm putting some fire up under
Uh
him, and I think he's starting to sweat bullets.
oh. That's awesome. That's good stuff. It's always awesome to have a couple together ride on the track, right? It's fun stuff. But yeah, I would talk trash to my woman too if she rode on the track. I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever, right? And then hope she would beat me, right? And then let her talk all her trash, right? But that's
It's
part of the fun. It is. It's
it's the
such a
best.
good
I
time.
mean, there's so many times where he gets off track and we're riding out together in the same session, and I'm like, what are you doing? There was one time at Jennings where he was following me, and he told me, he was like, the whole session I'm just gonna follow you to see how you look. And that lasted for like 3 minutes, and then he blew past me down the straight, and I'm like, what are you doing? And his excuse was, I had to keep my tires warm, but I flew off that track so fast right after him when he pitted in, and I whipped off that. I said, why did you do that?
Oh, that's awesome. Andrew was in trouble that day.
Yes, he was, and he will talk about it for he's been talking about it forever, and that happened like 3 months ago.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Andrew, you won't be in the doghouse. I promise.
He was only for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then Tom Edelston, what is up, man? He says, looking forward to racing with both you and Andrew this year.
Yes, that sounds
That's
like a lot of fun.
yeah, it is. And you know what? I look forward to meeting you and Andrew. I'll be in the Road Atlanta this year for the Georgia race. I'm really trying to make Daytona. I'm definitely going to do Jersey, and I'm definitely going to Texas for the GP race.
Yes, the GP race. That sounds so cool.
Have you ever been to a GP race?
I haven't. I've only been to Daytona, Atlanta, and Barber.
Man, you and Andrew need to come to Texas.
I've been trying to convince them. I think we should go to COTA and go watch the GP.
Andrew, I know you're listening. Let's
Are you
go.
guys?
I'm going. Yeah, we'll have a good time, and there's a lot of people. It's always fun. So, it's just like anything, Victoria. You see it on TV, you watch it, but then when you're there at the actual race, and you heard me say it before, turn one is like, right? It's amazing. It's crazy. I've been to a lot of race organizations, and they all have their own certain energy, right? It does, right? Where I
Yeah.
find that fans are more active in other series than they are. But the MotoGP is the bikes in real life when you hear them, it's unlike anything you've ever heard. They're so loud. It's hard to explain into words. I mean, you hear them on TV, it's loud, right? But standing there,
Being in there in person.
it's intense. It's especially when you get to do the pit walk and they got the garage doors open and they're out there and they're warming them up and they're just blipping that throttle and you can hear them. I mean, you're like, holy shit, it's loud. I remember in Indy, I used to love going to Indy. I've been every year except for 1 year. Indy's a special place. You got the glass thing and the stadium seating, so the sounds really echo. And on that start line with the MotoGP boys, and they're pinning the gas right before they dump that clutch. I could scream literally in your ear, and you wouldn't be able to hear me.
That is crazy. I'm just thinking about it. I mean, I see, like I said, I see the videos. I know they don't do it justice, but I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's awesome. Listen, Daryl, man, dude, you are so awesome. He says, I'm off to Spain tomorrow, start some private testing. Then we do the official WSBK World Superbike test. Send me a private message and I'll try to send you a live stream from the garage. I'll try to get Scott and Garrett. Mate, bro, I love you, mate. Absolutely, I will. You are proper mega. I can't. Yeah. You see this smile right here? Yes, yes, that would be so mega. Absolutely. I'm a huge fan of Scott Redding. That's who he's talking to
Yep.
about. Scott's awesome. I followed him his whole career. When he won that title in BSB, I was going ballistic. I mean, it was proper, man. It was. Yeah, yeah. Big things out of Scott this year in WSBK. I can't wait. And then he says I can meet at the Mav. What's the Mav?
The Mav.
Oh, can I meet the Mav? You talking about
Ah,
Vinales? I got you. Sorry, Andrew. I had a brain fart right there.
we both did.
Yeah. Can you meet Maverick Vinales? Listen, it's possible. You really need to have the pit pass. It's a limited pass that MotoGP sells. And they're like $350 because they don't want a bunch of people back there behind the garages. So what it does is it allows you access behind the garage. I actually took a video last year. It was either last year or the year before of live of what it actually was like having the pass, getting scanned in, and walking behind the garages. And that's where you see the riders where they eat with the teams, and then they go, they get in their leathers and they go across and go by how where the camera shows where they're opening up the back of
Yeah.
the garage doors and they're walking through. Well, you're right in between there, so you see them walk in and out all the time. Yeah, that's how I meet them all. During the grid walk, I mean the pit walk, that's open up to the public, like your normal admission tickets that they have. Some riders do come out, not all, but some riders do come out. Some stay longer than others. It just depends, right? Yeah, so it's you can. It's just yeah, you got to have that pass if you really want to hang out and get see everybody. That's the way to do it for sure. So, and then Eli Colby says, "What are y'all racing?"
So, like, what I'm racing, as in, like, where? I'm
No,
assuming because, like, what
motorcycles.
Oh, what am I? I'm racing my Ninja 400. I'm just gonna race that.
And what series are you guys racing in this year?
As for Andrew, I don't know. His is a little different because he has, the vintage bike and all that. But I know I'm probably go for Weira lightweight super bikes.
Where? Okay, yeah. So, Eli says, "I meant the series." Sorry, Eli.
My bad, sorry.
No,
But
no,
yeah,
no.
Weira bikes.
That's awesome. So what are your expectations going in your first season this year?
Honestly, none. I know that's probably like odd to some, but I'm just gonna keep my expectations wiped clear because I don't know what to expect. I've never raced before. I've never had a full, race season or even a half one at that. I know it's not gonna be the same as track days. While they're gonna have some similarities, it's not gonna be the same. So I'm just going in open-minded. My goal for this season is to not hurt myself. The bike is fine. I can always get another one, but as long as I'm good and okay at the end of the season, then I'll consider that successful. I'm not so much worried about like, collecting points or anything like that or trying to finish first. I just want to get experience. I want to get
Yeah.
experience riding with other people in a race setting because it's different than riding with people at a track day setting.
Yeah, for sure, right? So how many rounds is this series?
This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 10 to 12. Like some special rounds with special locations thrown in there. I don't think I'm gonna complete a whole season. I don't think or I mean, like I'm a whole, like set. I'm not gonna complete all the rounds. I'm probably just going to attend the ones that I'm able to get to, closer to me. So much up north and like Ohio and all that stuff. That area I probably won't be able to get to, but hopefully soon within the next couple of years. I'm just gonna focus on Little Tally. I know that they're at quite a bit. I think 3 times. I have the track, or I mean, I have the schedule right here behind me, looking at it. Um, Roebling a lot, Cycle Jam, CMP, Barber. I'm gonna try to attempt to make those ones. And I know Andrew really wants to go to Cycle Jam, and I know that's kind of far. No, not Cycle Jam. He wanted to go to. Maybe he can comment in the comments and say it because I'm forgetting the name. There's too many events we're trying to get in line and all that stuff. This is the part of racing nobody tells you about.
Yeah, it's a lot, and as far as expectations of you just go in with an open mind, do the best you can, and progress every time you go out there, right? Which means you get faster and faster and faster. Yeah, uh, that's the best way I think to go in it. A clear mindset. Don't have too big of a goals. Like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna get on the podium by third round and all that, because that puts a lot of unwanted extra stress on you, and it's very easy to get lost in the translation of the stress, because there is a lot of stress when it comes to racing. It's also all smiles and a lot of fun, right? I mean,
Yes, very.
yeah, I can't. Let's go! I can't wait. I wish they televised it so I could watch you. But obviously, we'll definitely stay in touch, text each other, me, you, and Andrew. I actually shoot you and Andrew my number, and I would love to get updates on your weekend this season as you go. It'd be awesome. And then, of course, I'll get you back on and we can talk about it too. So
Absolutely.
let's
I'm
go,
excited.
Victoria. I can't wait. I'm excited for you too. Yeah, this is awesome. And then actually, Jules had a comment. Let me go back up here real quick. I think he gave you, so originally, uh, the people that followed us from the beginning, right? It's always, I don't want to say this, like, I'm such a humble guy. Like, still, it's hard for me to say I have fans, just to be honest with you, right? It's just I don't know. I'm just very humble, right? So the people that listen to the podcast knows at the beginning, Jules used to give everybody nicknames, Victoria. So everybody got their own nickname, right? And if I understand this correct, I think your nickname is Vicky Guns.
Vicky Guns.
Vicky
Oh,
Guns.
that is the most unique nickname I've ever had so
Yeah,
far.
Vicky Guns Manley. It actually works. It goes, right. Yeah,
I like it. It has a ring.
it does. So on your leathers, you need to get Vicky Guns with like a Tommy gun on it or something, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good stuff, man. And then Jason Doss says, awesome. We are race lightweight twins wearer on the new R7. That's awesome. There's actually a lot of people, man. The R7's very popular, right? But there's a major flaw from my understanding that, like, the front end chatter. I think it's from something from the chassis. I don't know. I've never raced one, so um. And then Paul McKee, what is up, bro? Wera, right? Yes, yes, yes. And then Jason Doss says, we start March 15th. Yep, at RRR. So
Yeah.
that sounds like the CBR. Hey, check it out. I got the brand new CBRRRRRRRRRSP, right? There's a lot of R's when it comes to that one.
Yeah.
And then Carter Chadwick. What is up, man? So
Oh, hey,
yeah.
Carl.
Do you know all these people?
Yeah, most of these people actually know. Most of these people, I know them from Facebook. We're friends. I haven't met a lot of you guys in person, and I hope that changes this year. I'm sorry. I know I didn't get out much last year, so I know a lot of these people off Facebook. We've become friends, but I haven't met a lot of them in person.
Yeah, I got a lot of Facebook friends too. Some of them I have met, some of them I have not yet. That's why uh I always put a post out before I go to every race. Like, I hope I make Daytona. I really hope I do. I put a post out like, hey, who's going to Daytona? I'll be there. Let's meet up. Let's go have a drink. Let's eat dinner, right? Let's hang out. Same thing with Texas. I'm going to put a post out, say, hey, I'm going to be at Texas and all the groups, right? Ryan's Road Racing Lounge and all that stuff. And yeah, I'd love to meet up with everybody I've been friends with and actually physically get to meet them.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. It's good stuff. That's actually how I met one of my good buddies, BT. He's a professional comedian, right? And he also goes to a lot of MotoGP races. And yeah, we met out there in Coda. The first year I went, I want to say 16 is the first year I went to Coda. And yeah, it's awesome. Donovan, met him. I met a lot of Eli and Jersey. It's good stuff, Victoria. When you could, because you feel the energy, right? You feel the energy now, but it's when it's in real life, it's even more. It's like, what is up? Woo! It's all hugs and high fives, and what are you doing? Like, let's go, and yeah, man, it's awesome. And Andrew, you're right. Social media helps the sport drastically. Back in the golden era days, there wasn't social media was TV, right? Before we had Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, but now it's the new X, right? Right? It almost seems like you could. This is just me, right? Maybe if you was one of the fastest riders out there, but you didn't have a real big social media presence versus somebody that might be one or two positions or three behind you that has a shit ton of social media presence and all that, I'm pretty sure they'll probably get the ride over you would for sure, right? Because of that. And you're right, social media is very big. And also what helped out Moto America big time is of course when Rainey took it over, thank God. And but the Harley class, the Indian class, the baggers, it brought a whole new heap of people into the paddock, right? And while they're there, they get to see the crotch rockets, as they call them, right? There's crazy fools out here on the street, blah 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 blah. But now it's like everybody's coming together, right? So there's more respect between everybody. I mean, if that kind of makes sense there's never really beef between the Harley people and the crotch rocket people, but everybody knows when you ride on you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain myself. Yeah.
If you're on a bike,
yeah, facts, right? Yeah, absolutely. And then he says attack performance is awesome. Listen, attack performance is, yeah, man. I'm my buddy Dustin Cornier. He's in with he helps out attack and attack is he actually sent me it's obviously y'all see my massive amounts of hats, right? I could wear a different hat for like 3 months. It's ridiculous. Which I wear them all, right? He sent me their team hat from last year, 2023. So it's badass. It's awesome. Yeah, some stickers. Actually, I put one on the car, but boom, I got attack. Wow. Yeah, I got, and then of course, he actually has he hosts for people out there on the West Coast in California. He has Track Dash. So if you guys ever want to get on the track out there, boom, there it is. Yep, there it is. Good stuff. Yeah,
that's cool.
It is cool. It is cool. And then let's see. BR says, "Shh, dudes, shh." That's awesome. Be quiet. Did I miss the TDJU shout out? I don't know. Did we shout him out?
I don't think so.
No. Well, let's do that. You want to give him a shout out, Victoria?
You sure? I don't know what I'm gonna shout him out for. I'm a viewer.
Oh, that's awesome. So they have a good group on Facebook. They're awesome. You should go check them out and join. It's yeah.
Oh, TDJU, I'm a part of it.
Oh, okay, there you go then. Yeah, good
I'm
stuff.
just a viewer though. I only comment, when needed.
When needed, I like that. She said when needed. So obviously Andrew's going to be in different classes than you, but are you guys the different classes? Is that going to be on the same race weekend, or are you guys actually racing on different weekends?
So the good thing about it is we're racing the same weekend, and it's nice that we're not in the same class. So while yes, we're gonna be like sharing our race weekend together, we do have like our own separate times. I'm not gonna be busy when he's going out, so I can kind of help him out a little bit here and there, and then vice versa. So even though it's the same race weekend, it shouldn't be too much to handle, but we'll see.
That's awesome. So who's on your race team, Victoria? Is it just you and Andrew, or you guys got friends that come out and help you guys? And
Well, we've had help before. Like, I'm so grateful for all the help we've had from our friends. But like, as a like set race team, it's just me and Andrew. We're just kicking it and helping each other out. And we accept help. Like, that weekend at Jennings, Jeff helped us out tremendously. He let Andrew have a scrub for the back tire, so that way he can go out and ride
nice.
too. So we get help from our friends, but as official, it's just me and Andrew.
And big shout out to Jeff Sherman and dude,
Yeah.
Chef Eats, man. Listen, anybody out here that's listening to this, whether it's live or you could go back, because a lot of people ask me, when can I re-listen to the episode? Because I didn't get a chance to watch it. Right, you can, as soon as I end this, you can immediately go on YouTube and watch it. You can go on Facebook and watch it, and then tomorrow it'll be out on, you know, StreamYard. I mean, Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Samsung, Boomplay, yada yada yada. Everything but Apple. I need somebody to help me out there. I got accepted. And the only thing I got to do is I got to add my logo to the RSS feed. I don't know how to do that. I figured everything else out, but that's the only step. So somebody please help me figure that out. Because then I could say it's on all major listening platforms. Let's go,
Yeah.
right? But listen, back to what I was saying, dude. Jeff Servin, Chef Eats, anybody out there in the industry. I don't care if you play soccer, football, tennis, whatever, motorcycle racing, car racing, kart racing. You ain't even got a race. You want a healthy meal, and it's super awesome. It's so good. Big shout out to him. He sent me 6 meals, and they were super delicious. I'm actually gonna message them back, and I'm gonna place me an order because dude, they were awesome. I want they're perfect for lunches. Man, you throw them in the microwave for 3.5 minutes or whatever it is. Leave it in there for a minute, pull it out, and he's got everything. What's your favorite meal so far, Victoria?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I'm like shuffling through all of them in my head. I really like a lot of them. I've eaten a lot of Chef Eats, and I'm deciding between the chicken penne Alfredo, because I love Alfredo,
Yeah,
and the steak. The steaks, any of the steaks, it doesn't matter if it's I think right now I have in there like the sauteed onion steak that's waiting on me, but I cannot believe that you put it in the microwave and it comes out medium rare.
it's so, I know, dude. Listen, it's so good. So, Doss, Jason, I'm telling you, I need to cut half my car, dude. Chef Eats got everything. He's got. I'm telling you, you need a Jeff Servin, Chef Eats, Facebook. Get on Messenger right now. Hit him up if you want to. I can put you in direct contact with them. And yeah,
Mhm.
bro, I'm telling you, you guys, everybody out there listening, I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Victoria is absolutely right. One of the favorite ones he sent me, like he sent me a thing saying pick some meals, right? So I got chicken Alfredo. I got the goat cheese Alfredo, which was really
Oh,
good. Yes, it was so good. Uh, what else did I get? I got the Philly cheesesteak omelet. I got a chicken with green beans, pesto, and I forget what it was called. It meant
chicken
listen,
cordon bleu.
eh, chicken cordon bleu. Yes, I got that one too,
I
right?
had
But
that one too.
yeah, so listen, everybody, I'm telling you, anywhere out in the world, whether you're in the race industry, outside the race industry, you're looking to change your diet, you're looking to get healthy, you're looking to shed some pounds, you're looking to eat some of the healthiest stuff you could actually put in your body, not that bullshit in the grocery store, right? Stay away from the middle aisles, always do the perimeter, right? Even then, you got to be careful. Hands down, dude, Jeff is the best there is in the business. So,
Yep.
I'll be disappointed if you guys don't sign up. And I'm actually going to come to your house and find you, knock on the door and serve you one and say, try it. Right. Yeah. Right. But no, seriously, Jeff is I had him on the podcast. Can't wait to get him back on. It's can't wait to meet him too. It's food was amazing. Absolutely priced. It's listen, go right now. Chef Eats, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Hit them up and you won't be disappointed. Ask Victoria, ask Andrew. Shoot, ask a lot of people in the past. Dude, Isaac, dude, he got JD Beach, you guys. JD Beach, right? So what you waiting on?
What are you waiting
Get
on?
out of here. Yeah, get off of this and go. Let's do it, right?
You're missing out. Chef Eats is great. I mean, especially for the price and the food, the quality of food you're getting, you can't beat it.
Facts. And Andrew even says athlete eats menus perfect for cutting carbs. I mean, dude, Jason, I'm telling you, he's got all kinds. It's awesome. And Stephanie Servin, thanks for the Chef Eats shout out. Listen, it's an honor, absolute honor to help you guys out. And you guys are amazing people, and what you're doing for the sport is amazing. How you're feeding everybody, and it's no bullshit. It's really, really good. It's really, really helpful. And I love you guys. You guys are awesome and fantastic people. So yeah, nothing but, as everybody always said, well, there you go, the heart. Absolutely to you guys. For sure. And look, we're getting, dude, BR. Chef Eats is fire. See, people know. That's what I'm saying. Dude, Jason Daw says, I need to stop eating ice cream. I love it too much.
Look, Jeff may come out with something. He may be in the works because they have really good desserts too. I think they're partnered with the Messing Baking Company. And oh my gosh. I mean, if you think the food is good, I'm a sweets person. I like my desserts. I was blown away. It's gonna, I'm eating the Chef Eats to be healthy, but then you reel those desserts out and it's like, well, dang.
I have to indulge now, right? Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
even they're healthy though. I mean, even they are the desserts. They're really healthy. I mean, it's not like full of sugar and all this unnecessary garbage that you don't need.
I've tried Hello Fresh. There's a couple of them I've tried, right? Because I mean, let's just be honest. It's life's so hectic, right? And it's not slow like it was back when I was born in 77. So back when I was growing up, life was a lot slower. We didn't have all this, shit going on. So, you had time to come home and cook all this meals and eat healthy and all that, right? Life is so fast paced now. Yeah, that's why there's fast food. That's why they put all this good looking shit that's so bad for you, right? Because it's easy and it's convenient. But guess what? This is easy and convenient, right? And it's way better and it's way more healthy. It's so yeah, absolutely. And then Jeff Servant says, love y'all. Bro, you already know. We love you too.
We love Jeff.
Absolutely. And then Andrew says he has an awesome rider lineup this year. Tons of support from my guy. He does. You guys, yeah, just go check him out. So Victoria, I'm excited, man, for you and Andrew this year, right? And it's a lot, a lot of people explain to people what it takes to actually show up, what you need, and everything you need to be prepared for your first track day, Victoria. Tell everybody what that entails.
Oh, it entails a lot. I mean, I feel like, most of the people, they always say, well, you need your bike, you need your gear, you need tools and extra parts and this and that.
And don't forget your key. That's the most important one. Yes. Do not forget the key.
Your key, and don't forget to get gas. Don't forget to fill up your gas tanks. But I feel like a part that's not really talked about, getting ready for these races and all that stuff is like mentally preparing. I mean, it's for me this year, my first race. I'm thinking about it a lot because it's coming up quick. I'm not going to be dealing with my knee surgery and healing forever. So I'm just really telling myself, stuff is going to go wrong, and I'm preparing for that. That is honestly what I'm preparing to crash. I'm preparing for stuff to go wrong. I'm preparing for stuff to break and not go my way. I'm going to forget this. I'm going to forget that. I'm going to have to borrow from these people and see if these people can help me out. I'm just coming to terms with it's okay to not be perfect and to not have all my ducks in a row. So I'm hoping, focusing more on that and less so oh my goodness, do I have everything? I need extra foot pegs, extra fenders, or extra fairings. I need extra, all these extra things, and bringing a bunch of stuff that I may not need, and to just calm down and just say, you know what? I'm going to bring what I know I need. Everything else can just kind of hang out. And it's okay. I mean, what happens, happens. If I need to ask for help from other people, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going in with, a mindset of just whatever happens, happens. And I'm doing things preparation wise, getting down to it for the bike and all that stuff. I have gear, and I have extra gear. I want to, extra helmets, extra gloves. I don't want to be out there and have a wreck and I can't go back out because of something stupid. Like I have a hole in my glove and I can't, I don't have an extra pair. Well, I can always borrow from somebody. It's like a happy medium. I don't want to rely too much on that. So I'm just trying to find a perfect medium of what is needed for track day. So if anybody listening, has any recommendations and all that stuff for like a first time racer and what all is good to have, advice would be appreciated because that is one thing I struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's always extra parts for sure, right? Like clip-ons, brake levers,
Yes.
clutch levers, body work. Yeah, I mean, what kind of leathers do you have?
So right now I am, let me see, I was gonna see, I think it's out in the trailer. I don't have it in here, but I'm riding in an RST suit, and it is amazing. It's the RST airbag suit, and it is very comfortable. I haven't had to use the airbag safety feature on it yet, so I trust that it works, and I'll just keep trusting it works. I'm not trying to test it out anytime soon, but overall, the RST suit, it's comfortable. I mean, I really can move a lot in it. The suit I was coming off of before was an Alpine Star, just off the shelf suit.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to, move around in it as much. But once I got that RST suit, I mean, it made a world of a difference, and I felt safer too. I know that feels weird to say, but I did. I put it on, and when I started riding in it, I felt a lot more secure. You have the padding going down the back, and the speed hump was a little bit larger too, and it covered a lot more area of my back. So I just definitely felt a lot more protected. And the sleeves, they weren't baggy on me and all that stuff. I could actually fit my glove into it and have more movement throughout my wrist. So I love it. I love the RST suit. And
Yeah,
thank you, Sport Bike Track Gear. You go get yours at Sport Bike Track Gear.
absolutely. Yeah, it is that a off the rack shelf, off
Yep,
the
it's
rack
off.
suit?
It's off the rack.
Yeah, good stuff. I never had a RST. I actually need to get me a new leather suit. Mine just got so bad, I just threw it away. Right, and that was before. There's this girl that I actually found on Facebook. Man, shit, I should have wrote her name down. But dude, what she does is amazing. Because she'll take like your old leather suits or your jackets,
Mhm.
and she'll make them into like a purse or a backpack or a pocketbook or a duffel bag. How
Oh,
fucking
that
awesome
is
is
so cool.
that?
That is
Right?
actually really cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Victoria, I'll seek her out and figure out what her name is again. And because one of my friends, we Frenchie, just had hers done, so I'll reach out to her and Hyper Naked
Yep.
Brand, my man. Here we go, Hyper Naked Brand, my man.
Yeah,
Okay.
Michael, we love him.
Um. So yeah, but ain't that cool, right? You can take your old leather suit, make it into
I
like a yeah.
that's amazing. I mean,
Victoria's like,
all the track wives, I know the guys are probably like, okay, cool. But all the track wives, I mean, they'd eat it up. I would eat it up. I would be spending lots of money to have purses and stuff made out of my old leather suits.
right. I mean, well, she makes stuff for guys too, like gear bags and
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's cool. It's awesome. I will like I said, I'll figure out what she is and we'll we'll get you going in the right direction on that. And then Hyper Naked Brand for your custom suits need. Never heard of Hyper Brand. Hyper Naked Brand. BF Muffler, yes, sir. Hyper Naked Brand, dude. What is up? Yeah. Reach out to me for sure. I need one. I need to get me a suit. I'm really good friends with Robert and Tosh Lackey from Bison. Um,
Yeah.
those are my peoples right there. And big shout out to Bison. They are you guys see his hat right here. You see it right here.
Yep.
This great one right here, right underneath my man Jake Marsh. Big shout out to Jake Marsh, BSB GP2 class. Big things coming in 2024. And then my man Cameron Frazier, right here, this black shirt. He actually won the champion in the GP2 class this year. I had him on, dude. All those guys are proper, right? So do you watch racing, Victoria?
Yeah, so I watch Motor America, obviously, when I'm not there at the races, I watch on TV and all that stuff. And this year I'm starting to get more into like keeping up with the times on Wira because I know like they don't broadcast or stream Wira or anything like that I know of. And so I'm like kind of learning how to watch the times on the phone and all that. And then MotoGP, I'm now starting to like kind of understand and grasp MotoGP and like the riders and the history and like the layout of it. And it's fun. I really like watching racing. You don't have to be racing in order for racing to be fun.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, obviously everybody knows I watch everything. British Superbikes, Isle of Man TT, which is my favorite race of the year.
Yes,
World
love I
Superbike, yeah, MotoGP, all that good stuff. It's uh cable is high, right? We were paying a cable bill and I was like, man, I don't ever watch TV. Like I got Netflix and Disney Plus. I do watch that, but as far as all the other bullshit or cooking shows, because I love to cook, right? Uh,
yes.
but we'll get into that here in a minute, Victoria. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut all that bullshit out. I'm just do my little Netflix, my little Disney Plus, and then yeah, of course, I pay for the MotoGP app every year. It's like $175 for this season, right? I
Yeah.
mean, but if you think about it, that's 1 month at 1 month of cable, right? Some of you guys probably even pay more than that for 1 month of cable bill. I mean, let's just be honest. So for that $175, you get all year. You get all the MotoGP practices. Plus, the cool thing about their app is you can go back and watch all the old races, all the way back to I think the early 70s, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. The classics, you watch 502 strokes, the 125s, the 250s. Yes,
Wow.
absolutely. Yeah, you can't beat it, right? And then of course the Moto America app I pay for, which is $80. But man, they really need to step up their game. Their Moto America app, they need to step their game up. I know you guys, if you guys are listening, look, I love you guys, but dude, your app is it needs to it's like your broadcast a lot of times is choppy. If you
Yep.
don't catch it right at the beginning, you got to wait till the next day to even rewatch the. Are you kidding me right now? But after 2 hours after or an hour after, you can go on YouTube and just watch it that way, right? So
Yeah.
it's yeah, and it's yeah. I tell you what we need to, man, is do you play anybody out here besides me and a couple of my friends play the MotoGP Fantasy League?
I don't.
Well, you need to. It's free, dude. Listen, it's so free, dude. It's so free. Listen to me, it's so free. You go on there, join up. It's free. Put in join me. I do it every year. And it's fun because every race you get to pick. You have two gold riders, two silver riders. You get to pick a manufacturer, right? And you get obviously it's all points at the end of the year. It's just talk shit, basically. It's a lot of fun. But if you join the MotoGP league, the official one, you actually win prizes like helmets and shit like that. Yeah,
I
but
have to
it's a
check
lot
it
of
out
fun.
now.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Jason Doss, yes, Moto America does need to step it up. Absolutely, and I think it would help out too if they had their own like little fantasy league that people can join. And Superbike, who's going to win? Cam Peterson, Jake Gagne, Cam Bobier, Heron, yada yada yada. And then follow that, have it in the lower categories too. Would be good. Jason again says, man, we need to get VR back in 2025. Moto America Wear CCS. Yes, listen, I'm right down the street from VIR. Listen, if anybody out here is listening to this, or you, Victoria and Andrew, you guys come to VIR and you guys are doing a track day, call me. I will come down there
Yeah,
and hang out with you guys 110%. I'll come down
definitely.
there, bring my Insta360 camera, shoot. Maybe we can do if if their Wi-Fi there is decent, we could actually do a live video, which would be really cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. Man, I'm looking forward to meeting you guys this year. And
I am too.
you guys for sure will be in Atlanta, right?
So what it's looking like is we'll be at the Daytona 200, then after that we'll be in Atlanta, and then after that we'll be at Barber. And we'll go from there because after that they start getting out of the southeast and that's where we live. So with the whole this being our first race season, and then but we still want to go watch our races. We're trying to balance it out.
Listen, it's a lot. It is, and
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So next year in 2025, definitely going back to the UK, going back to BSB for sure. But this year I wanted to. I'm gonna take my wife somewhere. Me and her, we're just gonna go do our own thing for like a week. But I still wanted to hit some rounds in America for sure.
Yes.
Uh, like I said, Atlanta, Jersey, and Texas. I'm definitely going to. I'm really trying my hardest to make Daytona. God, I'm trying to make it happen so bad, but we'll see. We'll see if it happens. I'm really excited, Victoria,
Me
about your
too.
first season. I love it. I love the energy. I love the mindset. I love you coming in and getting a sport. It's huge for the sport. It's awesome, right? And then you can influence other females and generations to come in too, which is really really cool. Looking forward to you getting that first W, and looking forward to the next track day when you and Andrew get on there and you hand him his tail. Sorry, Andrew.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm more than ready. I've been ready.
Andrew, you knew that was coming, right? Yeah. I'm just joking, but yeah, it's good stuff.
He
Good
knows it's
stuff.
coming. It's okay.
That's right. She's coming. That's right. It's awesome. So, and then obviously this is something, this is the future for you, right? You want to really seriously take road racing seriously and get into it and eventually be in Moto America, right?
Yeah.
Starting the junior cup and work your way up.
Yep, that's the plan.
That is awesome. So, Victoria, what do you do for a living?
Okay, so I actually am studying to become an airline pilot. I got my pilot's license like 5 years ago, 6 years ago almost, and I just fell in love with it. So I'm in a something called the RATP, and that's a rapid airline transportation program. And within 8 months or within like 8 months or so, I should be about wrapped up with my license ready to go work for the airlines. And that'll help with funding for racing.
That's awesome because my dad, uh, he flies for United Airlines. He's been with them since
Oh my
83,
god.
84, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I've flown my whole life. Yeah, flying's awesome, right?
I love it.
Yeah, it's good stuff, and it's a great job, great career, right? That's awesome. So and then I ask, racers, that's already in it and made it like, what's after racing, right? You got to have something to fall back on because you can't race forever. I mean, look at
Right.
Valentino; he tried, right? I mean, let's just be honest. My man, the goat, tried, right? Uh,
Yeah.
but but at the end of his career, Victoria, he was still going faster than he's ever gone around any
Yeah.
racetrack. It's just I mean, as you get older, obviously you lose speed, right? It's just
Unfortunately.
unfortunately, but look at him, he's still racing, right? And yeah, yeah, it's good stuff, man. I can't wait. And look, Andrew said that's the only way she'll beat me. Good stuff. Good
No.
stuff. This is awesome. So listen, Victoria, I want to get away and let's talk about what Victoria likes to do away from the work, the schedule, racing, and all that good stuff. So, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, okay. I know it's going to sound super cliche and typical, but it's for good reasons. It's Top Gun, and it's not Top Gun Maverick. That's a close second, but it's Top Gun, and it has to be the OG Top Gun because I love flying and I love racing. And I mean, fighter jets is like a racing plane. I mean, you can't get any better than that. High speed turns at 10,000 feet in the air. I mean,
Now you're right, and that's one of my favorite movies too, right? And my favorite jet's always been the F-14 Tomcat.
yes.
What a I see one to this day, and I'm like, oh my god, I think it's just so badass. Matter of fact, the last time we went, me and my buddy Jason went, that I go to Texas with every year. We went down to DC, and we actually went to the Air and Space Museum, and actually I need to dig it out. I bought a 6-foot F-14 Tomcat poster, right, where it's breaking the sound barrier with the wings back. It's got that big cloud around it. Oh,
Oh my god.
yeah, it's so badass. As soon as I seen it, I said, I need that right there. She's like, how many do you want? I said, I just want one, but yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's proper. I love it. I love it. Good stuff. Yeah, I like Top Gun. As far as motorcycle related movies, which one's your favorite? Or have you seen any?
I don't think I've seen any, honestly. And that's my fault. That is so shame on me. I just, whenever I'm hanging out watching movies, I never think to. But if anybody has any good motorcycle movie recommendations,
I got you. I got you. Listen, yeah, I'll send you and Andrew absolutely the list. They're awesome. I mean, there's several of them, but they're all really good for sure. But yeah, Top Gun, and then um books. Everybody knows I'm an audiobook guy, right? If I read
yeah.
books, I'm like, I'm out. So, what audiobook are you reading right now, or book you reading?
So I actually do like reading. I read a lot growing up. I always like for my birthdays and stuff, my parents would like give me like collections, like a whole collection of books and stuff. Like that would be I'd freak out. It's like getting me a Porsche. And right now I haven't been reading as much. I know shame on me, but it's just because of, everything's busy at the beginning of the year and all that. My favorite type of books to read though, like when I go to Barnes and Nobles, is I really like the murder mystery, detective type books. I enjoy those. But I also enjoy the adventure books too. Like I'm trying to think of good one, but there's just so many. I can't even think of one I'd like to pick. Just yeah, any of them, like the mystery, the adventure, romance. I'm not like in love with it. I'm not gonna choose it, but I'm more of like an adventure, type of person. I want to be intrigued when I read. I want to feel like I'm being transformed into like a different world, a different planet, a different life.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies based on books, but I tell everybody, I'm like, if you really want to know the story, right, read the book, or if they
Yeah.
have an audiobook, listen to it because it's
Yep.
so much better than the movie, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So I just got done listening to Matthew McConaughey, Greenlight. Man, what a book! I recommend everybody go read it or listen to an audiobook. It's really good. A lot better than I really thought it was going to be honest with you. I was like, holy shit, I would definitely listen to this again for sure. Um, and then I just got done before that one was dude, Randy Lanier. I talk about this book because it is a fucking wild book. Randy Lanier, Victoria, he got into car racing, right? And then he eventually
Yep.
made it into like Indy racing and Indy car racing, but he was a drug dealer, getting drugs out of Mexico and all these places to fund his racing. And dude, the story's like, it's
Or
intense. It's good. It's so good. I was like, okay,
sounds, it sounds like something I'd like reading.
Victoria, I'm telling you, it's one of those books where like, well, if you read, I listen, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen for another 5 minutes. Next thing I know, 45 minutes done went by. I'm like, okay, I gotta go to
Hmm.
bed. Right. It's one of those type books, right? It's not easy to put down because you're just so wrapped up into it. You're like, what's next? I can't wait to hear, right? You're so into it. It's yeah. And then Stephanie Manley says cocaine godmother.
Oh, that's my mom, Steve and Lisa Manley. They have a joint Facebook account. Hi, mom.
Hello,
Mom and
mom.
dad.
How you doing? That's awesome. She said, Catherine Zeta Jones. So I'm Cocaine Godmother. That's
It's
the
a book.
name
It's
of
a
the
book, and
book.
I believe a movie too.
You know what? I'm writing that down right now because I'm definitely good to going to check it. Man, I just find that, man, I love audiobooks, right? And I'll tell you another good one is any racing book, right? I mean, let's just be honest. I got all of I'm trying to talk and write this down at the same time. Obviously, everybody knows out there some men ain't good at multitasking, so I try, okay? I try.
It's hard. It is hard.
Um, what was I just saying? See, I just lost my whole train of thought. I was writing down the book,
Yes.
but yeah. And then BR says 12 rules for life. Yeah, I'll write that one down too and check it out. But John Hopkins, you guys got to check out John Hopkins' book, man. Read it, listen to it on audio. Everybody knows who John Hopkins is, MotoGP guy. Come from America, from John Ulrich, and yeah, he holds nothing back in his book, nothing at all, and that's what I love about it. His journey, his drug addiction, his alcoholism. This dude's smoking joints and racing a MotoGP bike, right? I mean, it's a really really good book. Of course, you got Michael Dunlop and Casey Stoner and all those. It's Guy Martin. Yeah, I'm really big into podcasts and audiobooks. It's good stuff. Good stuff. But you got to check out Randy Lanier,
I'm gonna check it.
Victoria.
I'm gonna check it
Telling you, you'll be like, dude, this book is awesome. Thank you so much.
out.
And I will check out 12 Rules for Life, and I will check out Cocaine Godmother for sure.
Yeah,
110%.
cocaine is good.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I like that too, right? I like the murders and the mysteries, just like on Netflix, right? All the docuseries of the murders and
Yeah.
all that cool shit, right? Yeah, I'm in all that stuff too for sure. So speaking of Netflix, what are you watching on Netflix? What do you recommend to everybody out there? Like you watched it and you was like, holy shit, I would watch that again. I recommend it.
Um, right now we are watching oh my god, I can't even think of the name. It's a popular series on Netflix and it starts with a B. I'm having a brain fart right now. That's what it is. B stands for brain fart. If Andrew could help me out and comment it because he knows we've been watching it together. Um,
Reacher.
yes, Reacher. It's Reacher. It's Reacher, not a B, an R. Reacher is what we're on right now, and that is really good. They just came out with a new series. We've also been on The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
We've
The
been
Walking
watching
Dead.
that all last year.
Yeah.
That was really, I love anything to do with like zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I like that
Not the
shit,
cheesy
too.
ones, but the
Yeah.
real good ones. I love them.
Yeah.
And
me too.
things like Z Nation.
Z Nation was awesome, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
That was a really good one.
Yeah. Me and my son watched that. We couldn't stop watching. He's like, dude, this is awesome. I was like, hell yeah, it is.
It is so good. It is really good.
Go ahead. The Reacher, I haven't what is the Reacher about?
So the first series was my favorite. I'm like in the first season was my favorite. I'm like halfway through the middle of the second season and it's okay. But it's basically about like this old he's a guy and he's a traveler. Like he travels with just a toothbrush and he's like some sort of like CIA special investigator. I'm not going to spoil anything, but he's like really high up in the CIA, FBI and that type of stuff. He's like the real deal. And he comes to this like small town in Georgia to solve, I guess there's like a huge like crime scandal going on with this like big incorporation that's like, here in this small little local town. And like he's, they're thinking he's doing drugs and they're killing people and he's getting drugs. And so this guy, Reacher, he goes in and he basically like, sees what's up. So it's really fun. It's really action packed, and it's like has to do with the whole drug smuggling, fighting, guns,
I'm
and
gonna
blowing
check
up
it out.
stuff. So
absolutely gonna check it out. Look, we got some comments. Says military dude and kicks ass.
yes,
Stefan, yes, that's awesome.
yeah.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm actually watching. Everybody knows I love soccer, right? Huge soccer fan. You're huge soccer fan. Watch football when it comes as far as the Super Bowl happens. Even though I'm an Oakland Raider fan, just because of Bo Jackson, grew up watching Bo Jackson. I've always loved soccer more than football, baseball, basketball, any of that. So I'm watching. It's called First Captains, I think it is on Netflix. It's about all the captains in the 2022 FIFA Cup. It's really good. If you like soccer.
Yes.
And then my wife started this one on Amazon Prime last night. We watched the first 2 episodes. It's really good. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's a lot like The Witcher. Did you watch The Witcher?
I think I've heard of it. That's on Netflix.
Yes, it's really good. You and Andrew would definitely like it, 100%.
Yeah, we need to. I'm gonna probably watch it tonight.
Yeah, dude. Hyper Naked, dude. Thank you. He says, Hyper Naked says, Chris Simcoe, you may be the Moto Swag King based off your background. Thanks, man. Y'all don't even know the hat. Look, I got so many posters. I actually started on my ceiling. There's one right there on my ceiling, right? Dude, it's retarded. How like most of my clothes, no bullshit, is motorcycle related. I have very, very few clothes that has nothing to do with motorcycles, period. Jacket, shirts, sweatshirts, you open my closet, it's all fuck. It's ridiculous. Like I am a diehard fan through and through and through. I got posters everywhere, All of them are
That's awesome.
signed. Well, not all of them, but most of them are signed. I mean, I got yeah, I got, man. There's my Anthony Gobert sign poster, Sammy Halbert, dude. I don't even know.
That's
I'm a nerd. I am such a nerd. It's and that tank shroud you guys see in the background, that's actually
Yeah,
Alex Marquez's Mark VDS off his Moto 2 bike. Yep, signed. It's dope, ain't it? Yeah, it's
that is
badass.
insane.
Yeah, yeah.
That is really cool.
It's awesome, man. It's good stuff. Good stuff. So celebrity crush. Who is Victoria's celebrity crush?
Hmm. It's gonna be with racing. It just has to be racing. That's like my whole life. I feel like, of course, my boyfriend, but Patricia Fernandez.
Absolutely.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely. Listen, absolutely amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. Absolutely amazing.
And the
Yes.
way she rides the Harley Davidson, I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
girl,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Big shout out to Patricia Fernandez and
Yes,
Corey Rest.
absolutely.
Yeah, her husband Corey. They are
Yes, that's
awesome.
so cute. They do. They both race for Harley. That's cute. That's
Listen,
goals.
I would love to get both of them. I'd love to view them separately, but I think I would love to get them both on at the same time.
That would be
I
fun.
think that would be fun. First married couple I had on the podcast, because they're married, they both do it professionally. Yeah, I think that would be definitely a lot of fun for sure. So,
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
if we made a movie out of Victoria's life, what actress would play you in your movie?
Oh, that's tough. I feel like who would play me? I don't know. I'm really outgoing. I need someone who's very outgoing. Um, honestly, probably. I don't know. She doesn't look like me, but Joey King. She's a really good
She
actress.
is.
She's a very
Yep.
good actress. She really knows how to like capture my emotions, and I feel like she would be able to capture mine pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, when I ask this question, I think a lot of times people try to relate to whatever actor looks like them, right? But that's not the case because they're just portraying you in your
Right.
story, right? Uh, Keanu Reeves would be mine for sure. He's my favorite actor. I love Keanu Reeves. I love all his movies. I mean, who don't fucking like Johnny Utah? What, are you kidding me
Exactly.
right now? Point Break, bitches, get off here and go watch it. If you haven't, you need to. It's awesome, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then cooking, right? So I love to cook. What's your favorite meal?
Hmm. Chicken Alfredo, but if like I had to really, really pick, it's beef stroganoff. I feel like
Yep, beef stroganoff's really good. It's been a long time since I had beef stroganoff, but
it's
you're
been a
right.
long time too. I'm craving it. That's why I picked
Yeah,
it.
it's good stuff. And of course, I love chicken Alfredo. My wife does too. She's a big chicken Alfredo.
Love
And
chicken.
I make my own, right, Alfredo
Yeah.
sauce, and like I make my own salad dressings. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'll send you some recipes. They're very simple. The salad dressings, don't have all that processed bullshit. Sit on a year for 30 years. All that. Yeah, yeah. It's.
Yeah.
I do a Greek and an Italian one.
Ooh, that sounds
And it's
good.
so good. Yeah, it's absolutely. Are you a fish? Did you eat any type of seafood?
Love seafood.
Yeah.
If I see food, I eat it. That's the diet I'm on. I don't care what it is.
Oh shit, that is awesome. I love seafood. I see it, I eat it. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to use that one. That's awesome. What would your spirit animal be?
mm, I want to say a horse because it's my favorite animal, but I feel like yeah, I feel like a horse. They're pretty powerful and they're fast. Like I feel like but at the same time, you look at them. I grew up working with horses. I grew up living in New York on a farm, but they're really quirky. Like I mean, they're serious animals and they do serious jobs and they race and all that stuff. But like when they're just hanging out, they're pretty goofy, and that's what I kind of feel like. When I'm racing, I'm doing my job, but then like when I come off the track and come off my bike, I mean, I can just let loose and be myself. So horse definitely.
Yeah, it's they're beautiful creatures, right? I haven't
So pretty.
I have unfortunately I haven't had a lot of experience with them. When I was little, we were buddies. My parents were friends with people that actually had a farm and they had horses on them. And I remember riding one when I was little and petting it. And yeah, they're gentle, but when you touch them, you realize how powerful they are, right? Uh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's insane. But they're dude, I would love to have a horse. They're just super expensive. Let's just be honest, right? And you gotta have
Yeah.
the land and the room, and yeah, they take dumps this big, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's
They're a
bad
lot
enough
more
with the dog.
expensive.
Right, yeah, for sure. You ever been deep sea fishing?
Yes, actually. So my mom and dad, they live on the coast of Florida in a little town called Carabel, and like that's what it is. It's super small, and it's like the closest Walmart is like an hour and a half away. There's no fast food. That's 55 minutes away. So that's all there is to do is fish. And me and my dad, he has a twin V, a boat that we like to go off on, and we'll go like 75, 100 miles offshore. And he last month, without me, just ruled in a 500-pound Goliath grouper. So I got pictures
Nice.
of that. But I'm a very avid deep sea fisher.
Good. I look. I just went on my first deep sea fishing trip. Let me get my cord from my microphone. Let's see if I can move this. Last year, my cousin, one of my cousins in the military, and he come in, and they were like, "Dude, we're going on this sea fishing out there in the Outer Banks." And my dad was like, "Hey, man, we're gonna go," and it was like really short notice, right? We're gonna go in a couple of days. Do you want to go? And I'm like, "Shit, Dad, that's not a whole lot of time I could ask off work, right?" But fortunately, big shout out to my boss, which highly supports me in the podcast. I went up to him and was like, "I think this was like a Wednesday, and they were leaving Friday morning." And I was like, "Hey, man, my dad's going deep sea fishing. My cousins are in. Do you mind if I go? Like, I won't be here Friday." He's like, "Yeah, dude, no problem, dude. Go have fun." And it was one of the most best experiences of my life. I actually caught me. I don't know
Oh
if you
my
guys can
god.
see that. I caught over a 500-pound blue marlin. Yes, my first deep sea fishing trip, dude. Are you kidding me right now? I was strapped down in this chair.
Wow.
Listen, I'm strapped down in this fucking chair, right? And they take the pole and they lock it in, and because the lines drag behind the boat, right? And all of a sudden,
Mhm.
you seen the captain was like, "Fucking Marlin, dude," and the deckhand was going crazy, right? And you see him come out the water, and he just bam hit that thing. Homeboy set the hook. I jumped in the chair. They strapped me down. They put the pole in, and I fought it for like over 2 hours. Um, it was the most physical and mental thing I've ever done in my life, ever. You don't understand how powerful a size fish like that is. Like when it was pulling, like if you wouldn't bolt it to the ground, there's no way humanly possible you're gonna hold on to that thing.
No.
Absolutely. There no, absolutely not. Um, I got to the point to where I was so tired and like I couldn't like I had to use my leg just to lift my hand up and then like throw my body weight in just to struggle, right? But the satisfaction of seeing it was how big it was. I was like, holy shit, are you kidding me right now? Yeah, it was I would definitely do it again 110%. It was so much fun. And then we ended up catching a bunch of my favorite fish is mahi mahi, right? Same thing
Oh,
as dolphin fish, right?
yep.
So we caught a bunch of those and it was yeah, I loved it.
They're fun to
So
reel in.
so yeah, they do. They fight too. They put on a pretty good fight.
They do. It's fun. It's not so much where it's like, oh my god, like I feel like I just got hit by a truck, but it's fun enough to where it's not one and done hook and reel in. It makes you work for it. I like it.
It honestly, Victoria, it ruined bass fishing or trout fishing or any other type of fishing for me. Like now, like I went after that, I went fishing with a buddy of mine and I caught a decent size. I mean, a 4-pound bass. It was a big bass, right? And it fought pretty good. And I was just like, dude, this sucks. Like, this is boring. He's like, what are you talking about? That's a big fish. I'm like, bro, we need to go deep sea fishing. They say, yeah, these little creeks and rivers and ponds. Nah, man, you can keep it. I'm good, man. Yeah, I just stopped pretty much fishing altogether after that, unless I go out there. It's sea fishing. We'll call that right, saltwater fishing.
Don't worry, yeah, nothing compares. Nothing compares.
No, it don't. It really don't. It's crazy. It's yeah. It's yeah. You guys should do it.
I,
It's not that expensive. You get a couple people out with you and together and throw in on it. It was like $1,800, I think.
I mean, yeah, a lot of places. I mean, you can just rent boats and all that stuff, and they have the equipment that you can rent out for deep sea fishing, and they'll even give you a guide or somebody who will take you out to. Most likely, it's going to be somebody taking you out where you need to go to deep sea fish. But there's options, so if y'all want to check it out, I recommend it.
And
And then
listen,
you can eat what
go
you
ahead.
keep.
You do, right? And then so like I took what was it called in the morning? Dramamine or whatever it is, where you don't get sick out there on the sea, right?
Yeah.
Uh Glad I did that for sure. Because there's nothing like people, you see it on TV again, right? It's just like at the racetrack, you don't realize how steep something is or
Right.
hilly and all that. You're out there in the middle of the fucking ocean, and no matter where you look, you don't see no land. Right. I had no idea where I was. I mean, I was like, dude, I'd be lost. Like, if anything was to happen out here, we'd be fucked. Right. Like, this whole desperation kind of like when I realized it, I was like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then I start thinking, because sharks are my favorite fish, right, in the water. And I start thinking about megalodon. What if it really still exists and all these great whites around? I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, you get out there and you're just kind of like, yeah, you're out here, and then you look around, and you're like, oh, we're out here.
We are out here. But in the morning time, see, we had to be there, I think, at 4:30 or 5 a.m. Got on there, and as we were actually headed out, and you see the town starts, not the town, but the little dock starts disappearing, and then that sun comes up and it's like reddish orange, and the way it hits off the ocean, it was one of the most peaceful things I've ever experienced. The wind and just the salt water, that smell, it was, yeah, it's nothing's like it, right? It's really good. And look, Andrew said, uh nope, no waves for me.
Yeah, he went out with us once. We took him out deep sea fishing, and he did not like being out that far.
He's like, take me
It was
back.
wavy. Yeah, it was really wavy that day. It wasn't storming, but I don't know what was going on. It was just really rough.
Choppy, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little more choppy than normal, and I don't think he liked it too much. I was hanging on to the edge. I was standing up, and every time the boat would go down, I'd jump so that way I'd go really high in the air. So that freaked him. He's like, "Stop doing that! You're gonna fall out."
And listen, people don't realize, dude, when you're out there in the middle, and because it was kind of choppy that day we went out, man, and you fall over. It's not like you in a lake or a river trying. It's, yeah,
It's bad. It's wavy. It's freezing. You're in the middle of nowhere. You gotta wait for everybody to turn around and come pick you up. It's not fun.
and there's sharks, right?
Yes.
And they're hungry, and you out there
Very.
panicking, and they see a snack, and they gonna eat your ass. So no, absolutely not. I'm good. I'm good. Big shout out, man. My man Jack Knights, everybody over there in BSB. What is up? All right, Chris, how is everything? Proper mega mate. I hope your day is amazing like you are, my friend, for sure. 100%. Yeah, listen, Victoria, this has been a lot of fun, man. This has been great. One thing we did not talk about. Let's talk about the Jennings Classic and your knee surgery. You actually touched based on what. How come you had to have knee surgery?
So, I like at the end of last year, I just started getting some knee pains, and I just wanted to go to the doctors and get everything checked out, especially with track riding and all that stuff. And I was already planning to race this year. And I had the opposite of what, like, the bow-legged, how some people's legs kind of bow out. I have the opposite where like my knees go in and then they like come back out, like they kind of like that instead of the bowing out. So I went in to get that looked at because it was causing me pain, and the surgery for that, like to get all that corrected, is super invasive, and it's 7 months of like no walking. So we're trying to avoid that as much as possible. And he was like, let me do a CAT scan and see if, maybe the pain is not coming from your knock knee. And he ended up discovering that both of my kneecaps, like my entire life, were born partially out of place. Instead of being born in the bowl, they were like born up top here and just rubbing my side of my kneecap down. And basically he explained to me, he was like, you need to get this surgery that I just got. It's called a lateral release, and it's where they cut the muscle that runs over your kneecap that holds it kind of like where it should be. In this case, mine was pulling too tight. It was riding on the edge, and he cut that. And then like over the 3 days after I had my surgery, my knee moved back into place, and it hurt, but it feels a lot better now. So this will be able to, let me keep doing what I'm doing without having pain now that my knees are more, Like they're more lined up to where they should be now, so it'll be easier to get off the bike. And it sucks though because I was gonna race the classic that's coming up at Jennings in the next couple weeks with a team of girls that we had kind of worked up together, but unfortunately health calls and I have to take care of that first. So I had to withdraw out of that, but I'm still going to be there for support and, to help those girls out as much as needed. They're working very hard and I wish them nothing but the best.
Let's
So it'll
go,
be fun.
girls. Let's go. And
Woo!
what are the girls' name? Give me a shout out.
Hot Lips Racing. Hot Lips
Hot
Racing.
Lips.
Let's
What is
go.
up? Yes, let's go. Yeah. Listen, I love it. It's awesome to have a team, and let's get them on too, right? I'd love to talk to them, and let's get all three of you on. We could I have an all girls Hot Lips
Yeah,
racing
that's cool.
team
Yeah,
on.
they're working hard for this, and I'm excited to be able to see how they perform and all that stuff. So
Me-
I'm super bummed that I'm missing because of the knee surgery, but about maybe another month and a half, I should be good to go. I'm really aiming for little Tally, the
So
24th of February.
what kind of physical therapy are you doing?
I do twice a week. I do twice a week physical therapy, and it's a lot. Like they know what I do. They know I fly, and they know I race sports. Well, I'm racing sports bikes this year. They know I ride them and all that stuff. And so we're really just working on trying to get as much range of motion as back as possible. That's the main goal. Everything else seems to be going okay with healing. So we're able to push a little bit in physical therapy and try to push myself a little harder than you would normally push somebody just because of the activities I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. So.
Yeah.
Intense physical therapy. It sucks, but it needs to be done.
Yeah, well, good. I hope you heal up really quick for sure.
Thank you.
Can't wait to hear all about 2024. You and Andrew. I'm really looking forward to talking to Andrew too. So Andrew, you'll have your chance to talk trash about how much faster you are than Victoria too, right?
Nah.
Yeah. So
Nah.
yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Yeah, I can't wait to like I said, hear all about it. It's amazing what you're doing. I hope you fulfill all your dreams in the sport. I really do. I hope you make it to the highest level of your dreams. What high level do you want to where do you want to end up? Like the all women's R7 race that they have going on starting this year. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be really cool.
That would be awesome, right? Yeah, I think that's going to be a good one. It really
that's
is.
gonna be exciting.
It is. And then Jack Knight's all good here, my mate. Yeah, dude, I can't wait. Jack Knight's I'm gonna have on the podcast. We ain't scheduled it yet, but he will be on here. BSB guys, keep an eye out for him. Super fast and gonna do great things for the sport too. And then Andrew Davis with the Devil's Grin. I'm
in for it. He's keeping notes of everything I say during this podcast. So in a couple months he can whip it out and be like, well.
That's right. I this is what you said on 5 minutes and 37 seconds. You said, and I quote.
It's exactly how it's gonna be.
Oh, I love it. This is good stuff. Well, listen, Victoria, what an honor it is to have you on. I appreciate your time. It's love the story, love the enthusiasm, love like I said, can't wait to see you get that W, right? And the smiles and the trials and tribulations that's going to come with it. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
It was an honor to do this. It was really fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to have you back on and here later on this year. And I actually, I'm gonna have Andrew on. So next time I'll just do both of you guys on together.
That would be fun to do.
Yeah, and that way you both can talk about how both your race seasons are going and all that. Yeah, be a lot of fun, and then y'all can sit there and I'm faster than you. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, I'm an instigator, just a little bit.
Yes, it makes it fun. It throws in a little spice into the conversation.
It does. It's good. It's nothing but all good fun. And you guys both will realize you've been in the community, right? Everybody's nothing but love and support for everybody. So if there's anything you are missing, or you don't have a sprocket, whatever, I need this, I need that, more than likely somebody will be there and they'll help you out for sure.
Definitely.
That's one
This
thing
sport
about our
is
sport. Yeah. Is,
great.
everybody loves everybody and everybody comes together. Well, 99%, 95%, right? But it's nothing but all good. They are sports bike racing, whether it's Harley Davidson's, Indians, whatever, flat track, motocross,
Mhm.
any type of two-wheel racing. It's the best sport there is, and we
It is.
all support each other. We all love each other, and if anybody's down and out, absolutely everybody will pitch in and pick you back up and help you for sure. It's good stuff. I can't wait. Like again, I can't wait to meet you guys. And yeah, this is gonna be awesome. This year's gonna be a great year for everybody. I can't wait,
It is.
Victoria. Let's go. What an honor it was to have Victoria Manley
It
on.
was so much
Yes, this is good stuff. So listen, Victoria, I need you to give everybody a shout out that you would like to shout out and tell everybody how they can support you and how they can follow you on social media.
So I want to shout out, of course, my boyfriend. Well, I'm pointing, he's out there watching, but hi. Thank you for
Hi.
supporting me, Andrew, and for helping me through all of my track temper tantrums. And I want to shout out Chef Eats because that is like my first ever sponsor. So like that's a big deal. Like they support me a lot with racing. And especially since it's Jeff, coming from Jeff and Stephanie, like it's way beyond that. It's, it means a lot to me that these guys care about me. So shout out to them. And then to my mom and dad for having me. Thank you. So thank you for not destroying me when I bought that bike. And yeah, I appreciate the guys and my friends and family who love and support me, even though I'm very crazy and I like to do expensive things. I appreciate the support.
Listen, absolutely. And how can they find you on Facebook, Instagram, and all that good stuff?
So my Facebook is just my first and last name, Victoria, and my last name is spelled Manley. And then Instagram and TikTok is gonna be all one word, and it's gonna be that Cowie girl, like ThatKawi, and then girl, all one word. And yeah, you can just support me and follow me. Honestly, that's just the best way to support me. It's just to follow me. And yeah, that way you can keep up with what's going on. I like to post, on TikTok, I just post quirky videos, whatever comes to mind, whatever I feel like I want to post. And then, Instagram and Facebook, they get a lot of the race updates and just life updates in general. So it'd be cool if y'all came and checked me out.
You guys heard that. What are you guys waiting on? Get off here right now. You ain't got to get off here. Just pick up your phone and boom, boom, boom. There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
just check it out.
Listen, show her all the love and support. Everybody needs it. Everybody does, right?
Yeah.
Be an honor. Absolutely. And then Andrew too, right? Andrew's old.
Old and it's old. He can comment it. He commented in the comments. It's like old slow underscore
The
ZX9.
X9. Yeah.
But he's gonna comment. I'll tell him that he's gonna comment his social medias.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. And you guys follow him too. It's awesome, dude. I love that generation ZX9 he's got. That was, dude, I rode one. My buddy had one and it was a fucking proper weapon. 98, 99.
insane.
Uh it's a weapon. It really is. Yes, it's big. Yes, it's a little heavy, right? But back when it would come out, dude, it's a great motor. To this day, it's a proper weapon for sure. And
Oh yeah,
Andrew
I've ridden it
absolutely flies
around.
on it.
Fun.
Yeah, he flies on. Have you ridden it on the track?
Not on the track. I don't think he's gonna let me take his baby on the track, even though he's ridden my 400. Just so we have it on record, he's ridden my 400. So I think I should get to whip the ZX9 around the track. But I did ride it in the neighborhood and like up and down like the street and all that stuff. And it is heavy. I struggle throwing my little baby 400 around the track. I don't even know how he does it. That's a big bike.
It's gorgeous too.
It
I
is
love
so.
the muzzy exhaust he's got on. Man, that's so proper old school. I love it. It's absolutely awesome.
It is.
Good
It's
stuff.
cool.
It really is. So listen, everybody. Before we get off here, obviously, I need to give a shout out to everybody. Listen, I would just like to say thank you to everybody last year that come on the podcast. You guys are simply amazing. Thank you to everybody that always watches, likes, and subscribes for all the love and support, all the good comments, bad comments, whatever it is. I wouldn't be here without you guys. All the positive energy I always receive from everybody, right? It's in the messages I get, especially the one that I got from Harry Cook's mom yesterday was absolutely the best comment I've ever gotten. I actually teared up
No,
after that because it was tears of joy, right? It's like, man, it just makes me feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be and doing what I'm supposed to be doing and to be able to talk to everyone and bring the best out and become friends and share the journey together. It means everything. It really does. So again, thank you to everybody. You guys are simply amazing. I say it every day, every night. Good night, my people. I love you guys. You guys are epic and amazing because I truly mean it. I can't wait to meet every single one of you guys and girls. It's gonna be proper. Big shout out to my man Martin at the Clothing Kings. They actually make all my Pin the Gas merch, all our merch, right? You want a hat, t-shirt, beanie, jacket, whatever it is, go to the clothingkings.co.uk and yeah, you can order it straight off the website and they'll ship it to you. Big shout out to my man Jake Marsh and Peter Marsh out there. They're amazing people in the GP2 class. Please go join Club 45, help him out. Yeah, big things that are coming in 2024. Big shout out to my man Cameron Fraser, of course, GP2 2023 BSB champ. Yes, let's go. Eli Block, man. There's so many people I could shout out. It would take me, we'd be on here for another 45 minutes. But listen, this is what I could say to everybody. I love all you guys. I mean it. Thank you so much for the support. It's truly amazing. Yeah, it really is. Thank you guys so much. And real quick before we go, Paul McKee, my man, what is up? Great show, brother. Good luck this year, Victoria. Let's
Thank
go,
you.
Paul. Absolutely, Paul. You are mega, my friend. Thank you so much. And Victoria, again, what an honor it was to have you on. I really appreciate it.
It was an honor to be here. I mean, I really had a lot of fun. This is my first podcast, my first time getting to chat with people about like the bike stuff. So it was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Good. Looking forward to having you back on again. And we need to get you some merch. That's what Victoria and Andrew need to get them some merch, right?
I need to.
Yeah, for sure. I know plenty of people, right? So yeah, we'll talk. But anyway, listen, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. As everybody already knows, you can go back and watch this right after I end this on Facebook, YouTube. It'll be out on all major listening platforms except for Apple. So please, I need somebody to reach out to me, help me do this so I can get it on Apple, right? But again, thank you guys. As my man Cool Jewel says, I am Chris, the whole effing show Simcoe, and an honor for Victoria Manley. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
What a episode. Thanks. Hang on one second, okay? This is awesome.